Donald Trump's warning that the U.S. will intervene if peaceful protesters are killed was reckless and dangerous, Iran's foreign minister has said. Abbas Araghchi's comments came after the U.S. president said Washington will come to the rescue of demonstrators taking part in protests over Iran's economy, writing in a brief social media post. "We are locked and loaded and ready to go," Araghchi indicated. Iran's armed forces were on standby and know exactly where to aim. In the event of an attack, at least 8 people are reported to have died during the week-long protests, as of Saturday morning. Trump wrote on Friday, "If Iran shoots and violently kills peaceful protesters, which is their custom, the United States of America will come to their rescue." The U.S. president did not specify what action Washington might take. Previously, it has carried out strikes on Iran's nuclear sites, which elicited a retaliatory strike on a U.S. base in Qatar. Iran would forcefully reject any interference in their internal affairs, he added. Meanwhile, an Iranian police spokesman said officers would not allow what he called enemies to turn unrest into chaos. Protests have spread to a number of cities and towns with running battles reported between security forces and demonstrators. The protests began in Tehran, with shopkeepers angered by another sharp fall in the value of the Iranian currency, the rial, against the U.S. dollar on the open market. By Tuesday, university students were involved in the protests had spread to several cities, with people chanting against the country's clerical rulers. 2 people died in clashes between protesters and security forces in the southwestern city of Lordigan, according to the semi-official Fars news agency and the human rights group Hanga, which said they were protesters, naming them as Ahmad Jalil and Sajjad Valamanesh. 3 people were killed in Asna, while another died in Kaudisht, all in the west of the country. Fars reported. It did not specify whether they were demonstrators or security forces personnel. 1 death was reported in Filad Shar, central Iran, and another casualty in Mardasht. In the south, news has not been able to independently verify the deaths. The demonstrations have been the most widespread since an uprising in 2022, sparked by the death in custody of Mahsa Amini, a young woman accused by morality police of not wearing her veil properly. But they have not been on the same scale. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has said he will listen to the legitimate demands of the protesters, but the country's prosecutor general Mohammad Mubahidi Azad warned that any attempt to create instability would be met with a decisive response. This stance was echoed by Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who said it was completely fair that shopkeepers protest the economic situation.